welcome back to Rasan's ASMR Journey. I'm Rasan. I'll be doing the journey, and today we're going to talk about another classic mystery TV show that is from Australia, and that is Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. And it's a really great show. It also deals with the 20s and has great costumes, art design, all that, just like Perot. So let me give you a brief synopsis of the show, and then we're going to go on and we're going to get into some facts. Alright. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries follows the glamorous, fearless, and sharp-witted private detective Franny Fisher in 1920s Melbourne. A wealthy socialite with a taste for adventure, Franny uses her intelligence, charm, and unconventional methods to solve crimes that baffle the police. Alongside her loyal maid Dot and detective ally Jack Robinson, she navigates murder cases, societal intrigue, and dangerous situations, all while challenging the gender norms of her time. The series blends mystery, historical drama, and 1920s style with plenty of wit, suspense, and stunning period fashion. Yes, all of those things are totally true about Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. I remember when I first found the show, and I was so intrigued because you had this woman out there just doing it in the 20s, and like they said, she really does challenge those stereotypical roles, and she's a single woman doing what she wants, living how she wants, doing her thing and solving murder mysteries on the side, of course, because that is how that works. Anyway, let's get into some of these facts based on books. The series is based on Franny Fisher novels by Australian author Gary Greenwood. Set in the 1920s, the show is set in 1920s Melbourne, Australia, and captures the fashion, culture, and vibe of the Roaring '20s. Franny Fisher, the main character, Franny Fisher, is portrayed by actress Essie Davis. She's an independent, wealthy, and adventurous private detective. Let's get right back into it, folks. Sorry, I had to take a dog barking break. Franny's background. Franny is a former aviator, war nurse, and wealthy socialite who uses her resources to solve crimes. I told you that's how that works. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. The show ran for 3 seasons from 2012 to 2015. Wish it had ran for longer. The setting. The show is filmed on location in Melbourne, Australia, showcasing its beautiful 1920s architecture. Costumes. The show is renowned for its stunning and accurate 1920s fashion, and Franny's outfits often being a highlight. Detective Jack Robinson. Franny's love interest, Detective Jack Robinson, is played by Nathan Page. He's a dedicated and straight-laced cop who often works with Franny. Supporting cast. good too. Burrow and Miss Fisher's Mysteries. It has a good theme going. I often will let the theme play just because it sounds so good when I'm watching it, rewatching it back to back. Guest stars. The show had many notable guest stars, including Hugo Weaving, Miriam Margolis, and Richard Roxburgh. Franny's past. Franny's backstory includes a tragic personal history, including the death of her sister in a car accident. The mystery genre. The show blends classic murder mystery elements with the historical drama genre, providing a refreshing mix of both. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries movie. After the series ended, a film titled Miss Fisher and the Crypt of Tears was released in 2020. Dot's role. Dot is Franny's loyal maid, and her relationship with Franny evolves throughout the series, with Dot often offering moral support. Notable writer. The show was written by Deb Cox and Fiona Eager, who adapted Gary Greenwood's novels for the screen. Well, they did a good job, I think. Although I haven't read the novel, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but I will say it's an amazing show, so they did a good job in that aspect. Popularity. The show developed a devoted fan base both in Australia and internationally, including in the US, the UK, and Canada. Franny's detective agency. Franny opens a private detective agency and often works with Detective Jack Robinson, providing a great dynamic between them. Franny's fearlessness. Franny is fearless in the face of danger, often putting herself at risk to solve the case. The red herring. The series often features red herrings and misdirections to keep viewers guessing throughout the mysteries. Historical accuracy. The show is lauded for its attention to historical details, including the depiction of 1920s Melbourne and period-appropriate fashion. The Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries books. The TV series covers several of Gary Greenwood's novels, with 20 books in the series to date. Awards. The show won several awards, including an AACTA award for Best Drama. Dot and Hugh. Dot eventually marries Detective Hugh Collins, and their relationship is one of the show's sweet subplots. Spoiler alerts. Sorry, too late. Franny's charm. Franny uses her charm, wit, and social connections to gather information and solve crimes. Historical figures. The show occasionally features historical figures or real-life events woven into the fictional series. Poisoning cases. One of the most common types of crime Franny deals with in the series is poisoning. Franny's allies. Aside from Jack and Dot, Franny has other allies, including her chauffeur, Bert, and her friend, Sis. Zack and Bert and Zack are Franny's eccentric and funny chauffeurs, adding some comic relief to the series. I hope I said his name right. I should know it. Duh. But CEC and Bert. The pilot episode aired in 2012 and introduced Franny as a bold and unconventional detective. Music. The show's soundtrack features jazz and swing music from the 1920s, contributing to the period feel. Franny's past. Throughout the show, Franny's past life as an aviator and war nurse is hinted at, revealing her adventurous spirit. Fashion icon. Franny's wardrobe, designed by Australian costume designer Marion Boyce, is a standout aspect of the series. show has become a favorite among international viewers, particularly in the US and the UK. Franny's apartment. Franny lives in a lavish apartment with beautiful views of the city, which is a reflection of her wealth and status. Unsolved mysteries. Some mysteries from earlier seasons remain unsolved, leaving room for future storylines and exploration. Strong female characters, or strong female lead, as Adam Does Movies says. And for an Australian female detective show, it's about time. Strong female characters. The show features a range of strong female characters, from Franny herself to Dot and other women in the supporting roles. Australian history. The series touches on Australian historical events like the women's suffrage movement and post-World War I issues. Franny's feisty side. Franny is known for her feisty attitude and her ability to hold her own in situations where others might falter. Recognition. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries has become one of the most popular and recognizable Australian series worldwide. Spin-off. The success of the show has led to a spin-off series titled Miss Fisher's Modern Murder Mysteries, which follows Franny's niece. I've never seen that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Final season.